Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Now I hope this isn't too dark. I have got both lights on, but I don't know why it feels so dark in here. Not sure, but hopefully you'll be able to see me. Today I'm going to be doing, as quick as I can, another trash video. So I've got this, which came out of a jam tart. It's a layer between two layers of jam tarts. That is 8 inches tall. I've already measured it, so I think if it was on a journal page as a belly band or a side tuck, it would only just fit. Bear in mind though, that's got borders on that piece of journal page, digital kit, so I think I might just shave a little bit off of either side. This one is a peg box. I like this here, and I've got a piece of acetate out just to cover that with. Okay, so, and then if we have time, then I want to maybe use this. This was the band around a pot of mash. I thought we could make that into some sort of flip down kind of thing, like a journaling spot, something like that. So I would cover all of this. That would be stuck to the page, and then this is a lovely colour on the back, and we could even make that into a little pocket. Anyway, we have to be quick because these things can take time, so I'm not really sure exactly what to do with this, but I know that I need to cut it down, so let's start there. I've got some leftover digitals from Shabby Dabby Doodah's Bees Knees kit that I used a long time ago now, and I've kept the digitals. Obviously, you know, once you buy digitals, the lovely thing about it is you've got them really for life, and you can print off more as and when you need them. So I had kept them in the folder to use and maybe make something with that and print off the rest of the kit that I've already used. So I think if we take it down to, I've absolutely got no idea what I'm doing with this. I think I'm going to have to take this off. So we've got this here. We could have it up that way, and we could collage around there and have that as a little, well, we could have it as a corner tuck, really would be nice if we took off some more. Now, yes, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just gauge it, I think, like so, and we'll make that into a little corner pocket. So what we could do is have something on the back behind it anyway, so we need a bigger piece really, don't we? So if we used a piece of this, so if we take off this here and then this bit, because it has a fold in it all the way along, and then take this piece back and just about wide enough, you see, that is for a back piece to fit on the back. So I'm going to eyeball it and cut it that way. See how we get on. And again, I'm going to now would I stick, if I stuck that down onto here, we could have a side tuck then. It could be a square pocket. That would be quite nice. Just I think I prefer just to have it as a corner tuck, because it can't take anything bulky, so we haven't put a gusset in it or anything. So I think that would stick down to there with some of the acetate behind, and I've already dropped this on the floor once and couldn't find it anywhere. and we could put something nice in there, make a nice little piece to go in there. Okay, so that's that. This one we wanted to cut some off the ends, not too much, so it would to look too odd. So I think if we just take that off, and about the same again this side. And then if we had a journal page and we had it down on there, that would be perfect because it doesn't reach the top or the bottom. Okay, so that one's ready. Okay, and then this one, yeah, so let's have a look if it was on a journal page. So if we glued down this piece here, it would be like that. It would be quite bulky, wouldn't it? So the alternative is to make it into a flip, and then that would involve it being on a page. It could be, see, it's quite thick cardboard, so it could be on that side, and then it could kind of flip out if we had it that way round, and we could stick it to the other side of the page. Oops, top or bottom, and then that side could be an actual tuck. I was thinking I'd quite like to have it as one piece like that, so I think we'll see how we get on. Right, let's put that to one side, leave that to last. So I'm going to use up these bits from as I say, the bee's knees, which is Shabby Dabby Doodah's kit. Beautiful. And I think I made a rack with this. It's one of the first things I ever made to send out to anyone. So I'm going to use all of this. That's what I decided, instead of faffing about. So I'm going to ink round this. We'll do this one first. Don't need to worry about the back, it's plain white anyway, but this inside part is actually a nice creamy colour, so that's what I like. So that's that. Okay, so I hope you can see me okay, because the light is here right above me. My husband's put one under the shelf. He thought, you know, that would be a nice idea. So this would be quite nice to have. So you could put blocks on them. I think they'll be quite straightforward. So let's see what other pieces we've got left over that we can sort of make a square out of. Looks like I've printed out some of the ephemera on just copy paper. No idea why, but it was one of the first things I ever made. And as I say, I didn't have much of a clue then, less of a clue than I have now even. That's nice with the stamp on. Nice piece there. Just have a quick look through it all. Yeah. I didn't really want to cut into a new sheet, but if we've got ephemera, you see, all of this, so we could easily cut some of this out. So it's such a lovely kit. A bit bent over in the folder. So would any of these pieces, they would fit quite nicely. So we could possibly cut some of those out and collage. Oh, we've got some lovely bits here. Right, let's cut this little beehive out first of all. Now I want to put something behind it, and there's a lot of paper that is kind of plain, like this lovely green, which I really like. So we will cut it off, and I think we'll just use a normal ruler and tear around this. Okay, just trying to be tidy. So we want a piece of that on there, I think, and then we may have this on the top. So I think that's what we'll do. So I'm going to just stick it down, and then, am I sticking it down? No, I want to cut it off, cut it smaller. So we'll do it this way. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Let me just mark it with a pencil. Otherwise we'll end up with no paper whatsoever. Now I have to just cut that. I must look for my tear ruler. I think it's fallen down somewhere. So you can have that one on there like so. So we will use some glue stick, I think, and my glue book. I already feel like I'm in a mess. I always seem to work in a complete and utter mess, no matter how hard I try. Got a few videos to do. I will trim that off after. Got ordered book to do. So we want this on here. Oh, that glue made me feel a bit strange then. Like as if I had hairs on me. So we'll just take that down. Can't see the mark. Chancing it as well, hand cutting it. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to ink round that. Which this is quite thin copy paste by the feel of it. I think that's when I had my other printer as well, and it was very expensive to run, and I think I was quite, you know, frugal with it because it was all cartridges and they were so expensive, you know. So I don't think that's straight. Or is it an optical illusion? Let's see if I can get it off. Oh, this might be my cutting actually. Ooh. Ooh. Right, that definitely, so it's not. Right, I'm going to have to get the guillotine out because I don't like that. The fact that it feels, well, it looks not straight to me. We shall soon find out. It's the top and the bottom, I think. Though they do seem to be straight, maybe just a margin. Some more glue. And try again. Oh, that's much better. Right, okay. Okay, so this the other panel then we will have, let's see, maybe that in the middle and something nice. So that would be quite nice to go on there. So let's just mark that. Oh, you know what I've done? I've stuck it on the wrong side. That was the side I liked. What an idiot I am. Honestly. It's too late now, I think. Such an idiot. To be sure, to be sure. Oh, I certainly don't want any white showing. So I'm going to have to just, I don't know why I bothered hand cutting it, because I could see already that it's not straight. Okay. I just brushed that under there. Okay. So I'm going to put that there, like so. We're going to have to ink round this again. That's better. So that can go on here. How do you think somebody's outside? Oh, which way up? That's better. Okay. We'll get the guillotine for this. You need to cut this down a bit. You need to actually cut it down a bit more than that. Now, maybe it would be good to just cut round it. Now, like so. Better. Trim in here, put a bit off there, and then you'll end up with nothing left to use. Still too tall, So see if I can follow that line there of writing, and surely I can do that. Okay, so we're going to have that there. Yes, I've got the glue book, I don't know why I said that. I have got the water book to do, and I've also got my, well, at the moment I'm up to date with hashtag 2021 TCTC, the Colossal Tome, with Dee Dee Farrago, because she has, I'm done 30, episode 30, and I looked yesterday and there aren't any more at the moment. And I know she's going to be moving on to her run up to Christmas series soon. She has mentioned that already. So I suppose at some point we'll be swapping over from one to the other. Okay, let's find something else as a backing paper. Might as well use these pieces rather than I have got lots of scraps, as you know. Let's get the... Gosh, every time I do this, I can't see the marks. How ridiculous. This would have been some sort of pocket. Do I really want to cut that up? Do you think? Oh, here we are. This is better. Let's put this on here, and let's cut around this. Very technical this is, you know. Okay, so we'll have the two outer ones to the edge and the middle one slightly with a slight border, I think, because that's the way it seems to have worked out. I hope you've all had a good week. Today is Thursday evening, and we've had strange weather. It's gone from absolutely torrential rain with thunderstorms to very steamy weather again, which, as you know, I'm not too keen on. Now, I did see a very nice kind of green stamp, and I wonder whether that would fit on. There's a little saying there, love what you do. That's quite nice. What else have we got? We've got that colour stamp, but I think it fits in. There's that one. We've got a nice bee. I've got a bee in the middle though. I think maybe a flower would be nice. What other flowers have we got? Nice bright yellow one, or even one of these. Would that be too big? No. Let's try. Try one each of these. a lot of fussy cutting I need to do. I must remember to take it downstairs with me, and then I can watch something on TV. I actually started watching, every time we go to Amazon Prime on the TV, this series keeps popping up. It's called Outlander, and it's kind of initially set in the wartime, and then it goes back to the 1700s, 1800s, and it's really nice. It's quite brutal actually, but I don't know, I just like it. You know, when you sometimes you start watching something and you think, why have I not watched this all the time? It's come up on our feed and we just poo-pooed it, kind of thing. Bit like Homeland, because that's not something we would normally seek out to watch, and yet we've, you know, I like to have some TV time kind of with my husband and not be up here all the time. And also when I'm working from home, I'm in here all day, so I do like to have a break from this desk. And so, you know, we've kind of exhausted a few of our favourite things that are finished. I like that. That's very nice. Wonder whether that, I must speed up and let folks start wondering this and wondering that, whether that would be better. No, I think I'm just going to put it down like that. There's the glue stick. I have to be very strict with myself and say, no, stop procrastinating, get on with it. And that is that. So I think maybe we'll have it like that. Just very simple, and as I've always said, can be extra embellished when you have a place to put it. So I'm going to leave that one as it is, because we could put something along these bits, which would be quite nice and unusual. Could put a bit of trim or something, which I might just go over that a bit. And there. And there is our belly band to go on our journal page, which obviously wouldn't be that colour, but there, that's quite nice, isn't it? And we could put something nice on here and here. I don't know that I want to do that now, so we'll leave that for now. Okay, right, so this piece here, we want this acetate. So I think what we're going to do is stick the acetate down first, and I've left this art glitter glue upside down in my pencil container, so we don't want it right to the edge. I'm hoping this is going to work nicely for me today, this art glitter. It's been upside down. What more do you want? Gosh. I'll put you in the bin if you don't behave yourself. Even though it will be a total waste, because I know there is more in here. So I don't want to put too much on because I don't want it squashing through. Give it a dust down. Oh, my mat's really horrid, this purple side. It's horrible. It's covered in glue, and I must have a cleaning day of giving it a good old scrub-a-dub-dub. So I want it, and it's very hard to see it So what we want is take our bone folder, I think, and press it away from the, oh no, press it away from there. Although art glitter glue does dry up clear, it's a tiny bit there. I'll just take that off with my nail. Right, there's my cloth. Okay, now, so we want to cut that off, don't we? I think I must have had, right. Okay, I'm just going to ink round this. Yeah, I should have inked round the, oh, I'm not familiar with doing these acetate things, you know, I'm not used to the best process, and obviously I've just realised I should have, before I stuck that acetate down, it would have been maybe a good idea to ink round there, but we've done it now. Okay, so we want something quite nice behind that. We want something around here as well. Just get my stencil. I think that might be the way to go, but I have to be very careful now, because I've done it completely the wrong way round. Sometimes I get carried away with myself and I forget things like that, and no, never mind. We'll be very careful. We just put a bit of script around here like so, making sure we don't go too close to that window. Okay, yeah, that I think that looks much nicer. Okay, put that there. Right, now we want to put the back on, so we want to ink round that. Okay, and we put the back on, we'll have a little corner pocket like so, and we're going to be putting very thin strips down here, I think. So let's glue this on. Now hopefully it's going to glue down with art glitter. Can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. I don't know where the week has gone. Actually, I'll just take that bit off there. That might give me a bit more access room. So we're going to put it down like that and gently stick those together. Yeah, it's Friday. I can't believe it. Starting next week, I'm changing my non-working day from a Monday to a Friday, simply because Mondays are becoming more and more busy, and I spend the whole week then on catch-up, really. So I decided that I'd rather have the Monday at work and then I can finish on the Thursday, get MDT all done and dusted, and then I'll be free on the Friday and still have a long weekend. But the other thing is, I realised that I was going to miss out on my bank holidays, because whenever there's a bank holiday there would have been I would have just been off as normal. So let's see if I can tear this. Yeah, so my husband was convinced that Monday coming was a bank holiday. I said to him, no, I don't think it is. It is for Scotland, and I believe it is for the Republic of Ireland, so I expect his mum and dad will be off. Well, they're retired, semi-retired anyway. I don't think they'll ever fully retire. His mum's just finished her 3rd novel in a trilogy about the family based on family history. She writes columns for the Irish Independent, and he still does his financial courses he puts together and puts on over weekends and places like that, you know, times like that. And they're a very industrious pair, they are. So they'll probably look forward to that weekend, long weekend, but we won't get it. Said to him today, I sent him a message and I said, I don't think it is going to be bank holiday for us. I think you're mistaken. Wishful thinking, isn't it? Yeah, we've had a bit of a stressful week really, because poor old Charlotte and Arthur, Maisie, our little granddaughter, you know, who has the rare genetic condition, who we've been shielding all this time since COVID started, from COVID. Daddy picked it up on his during work time and gave it to all those, and you know, not deliberately obviously. Charlotte hadn't even had a second jab. She'll probably have to have that when she comes out of lockdown, which I think will be sometime over the weekend. Fortunately, apart from being extremely tired, more tired than normal, she's lost the sense of smell and taste, and don't know when that will come back. And has gone back to work because he was in kind of quarantine before them, a couple of days before them, so he's gone back to work. So actually he's the only breadwinner at the moment, while Charlotte's, you know, looking after Maisie, which is a full-time job. And Arthur and Maisie, fortunately, touch wood, have had it quite mildly. So it's been a massive worry. And then to cap it all, Harry went to Cornwall with my other 9-year-old grandson, Rachel's son, went to Cornwall with Daddy for a few days and stayed with Grandma and Grampy down there, and they had a chalet, so they invited them to come and stay with them for a bit. And came back yesterday, and as soon as Rachel saw Harry and heard him, she said to him, "Oh, you don't sound very well. Are you okay?" And he said he felt a bit, you know, the word was snotty, that he sounded snotty. And she said, "Right, I'm sorry, Harry, but we're going to have to do a lateral flow test." And that was immediately positive. She said she's never seen one react so quickly. And he's had his PCR test today. He was very worried about that, bless him. He said, "Nanny, I don't know if I want it because it has to go down the throat." I've had one, but I believe it goes down the throat as well. And he definitely is positive. And Daddy came and picked up a lateral flow test from Rachel last night after he dropped Harry off. He came back when she told him. He went home and his was positive, and he had a PCR test the same time as Harry today, so I'm sure they're both positive. But it just shows you we've kind of almost thought, yeah, we've, you know, we missed it. We haven't missed it. It does put you off going anywhere, I think. I believe Andy picked his up during working in London, because he'd been on a contract there for the MOD. And inadvertently brought it home without realising until they called him and asked him to do PCR test. And so I've been so worried. My whole mind has been consumed with, are they going to be all right? Because they live in Hampshire, and it's, you know, about an hour and a quarter, hour and a half, you know, and the fact is you literally can't go down and help them because they're in quarantine. So that's that. Okay, so we want something to go in this pocket here that's going to show up in this window. I was wondering whether to put something behind in there anyway. Just use my letter opener because I just want to see if that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like that. Yes, what do we do now? Any answers? Answers on a postcard, please. Put something nice inside. I love bees. I took Paddy out when I got home from work today, and we went round back behind our little estate, and let's have a look at this little card here. I think this little card might be too small, but this one, another one with a bit more interest on it. And there's lots of wild buddleias around there, and it was lovely because they were absolutely covered in butterflies. So lovely, beautiful butterflies, red admirals and similar, you know. I don't know all the names of the butterflies, so I still have quite a bit of, oh, that's nice. That's caught my eye. This, might put a piece of that down the back. So we just want a piece, really. Here, sort of, here and here. So quite as big as that. If I just put a pencil mark there, and I will go inside that. Again, it would have been wise to have covered it before I glued it together. Just want to see if that will fit. Yeah, that fits okay in there. So let's take that off if we can. Yeah, so they're all battling that. So, you know, coming out of lockdown and everyone's getting COVID. So not good. But I tell you what, the NHS responders, once they know when you've done a PCR, it's logged, and they know, they give you a ring during your quarantine time, and they're very helpful. If you need anything, you can't get out, you might be on your own, they will ring you and see if you need anything. And Charlotte needed Maisie's prescription, and they were extremely good. They went and got it. I thought that was lovely. You know, I would have gone down there just to get it and take it round. I'd do anything, you know. This is ironic, really. There's me in the hospital, in the thick of it. And they're all so careful. It's not like we've been, you know, not been careful. Not worn masks and all of that, you know. So, yeah, it just shows you. Right, I'm a bit of a gluey mess now. Okay, how long have we been? I think we're about 40-ish minutes already. I'm just going to push that down in here like that. I can hear that glue wanting to come apart. Right. Okay. Can always glue it back down. Okay, so we would want a little card or something to go in that. I don't think there is one right size in amongst these. I keep being drawn to this one, but I think it might be too small. Well, we've got another one if we make a hash of this one. Goodness, let's get everything out of the way. Yeah, I will cut it down to the black edge, that little black frame, and then we can see whether it fits before we back it with anything. It's tiny, isn't it? Going to pin this glue. That's had an avalanche of glue as well. Okay, so here it is. So if we had backed this, that would be too, we want something a bit more interesting. Maybe we want something that shape. So I think I could just see a tiny bit of, well, maybe we want something that shape to go in there. And I'm thinking that we'll just finish on this piece actually. So we'll just find a piece of paper that we like, and we'll just do 2 pieces today. I do not want this to drag out. Very pretty, aren't they? I think that's it for the ephemera pages. I think the rest of the things left are all journal pages. Now that would be quite nice. And we could try and take something off of here and see how we get on. So let's just tear it down there. And wanted something to show up in here. As a tag, that's quite pretty. I could put a bee on there. So do I want the tag just to go in and have a little pull on it? I think that's what we'll do. Like a journal card that is that shape. Okay. So take that off, and we neaten up this. Okay, let's think round this. I've never made a journal card this shape before. Just get a bit of card. To back it with. This will be fine. Yeah, I think that will be fine. I don't want it too bulky. So I think we'll stick it on. Stick it with some Kalau. Excuse my arm. Bit of that. You could probably tell I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm just winging this, literally. This is why my mat gets so gluey. Glue book's there, full view, and I just constantly use that mat. Very, very sticky indeed. Oh gosh, very sticky. I just can't bear that feeling on my hand of the glue. I wonder if I can, because this is not thick card. So it's just very fine, really. But I don't want it too thick. Okay. I mean, if I change my mind, I can always put another layer behind it, you see. I've done that before. Used that thinner card and layered it up just to gauge it, really. So that would go in there like this. We put a little it just needs to be trimmed slightly. So I think if we go like that, very strange shape. I do have some weird ideas at times, I know I do. So there's the card inside, and we would need a little something to pull it out with. So we need something. Just hold on one moment. Sorry about that, everyone. My husband just came home. Had to stop it before he said anything that you wouldn't want to hear, maybe. Sometimes he comes in and he says, "Hello, Mrs." I mean, Mrs. Well, I am a Mrs., but you know. Anyway, so this is the finished belly band or side tuck that I made out of the jam tart layer. There, and that could be further embellished, obviously, when you decide where you're going to put it. And then this is the finished little corner tuck made out of the peg box. So I've put a Tracy Fox label there and a bit of trim here, and this is the card here. So I've added a little Julie from Camellia Craft Designs tab, which I've stenciled over with the same stencil as on there, and then I just layered that up with some bits from the Bee's Knees kit, which is Shabby Dabby Doo Dah's Tina's kit. Okay, and we didn't have time to do the mash flip. That's going to take far too long, and this would drag on too long. So I think I'll make that off camera, and I'll show you the finished article in the thumbnail at the end of this video. You know, when it comes up, that little picture you see, I think is called the thumbnail, so you should see it there, hopefully. Okay then, take care everyone, enjoy the rest of your week, and we look forward to a weekend. Take care, bye bye.